It's a warm September morning in New York City, and while the air carries the first hint of autumn, inside a cozy corner of Soho's chic Café Loon, there's a quiet buzz that has nothing to do with the seasonal change. Lola Consuelos, daughter of television icons Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, walks in wearing an oversized sweater, vintage sunglasses, and the unmistakable aura of someone standing at the edge of something big. And indeed, she is. At just 22, Lola has lived a life that many can only imagine: cameras flashing since birth, red carpets, Hollywood events, and a family legacy that would be intimidating to most. But today, she's not here as someone's daughter. Today, Lola is here as herself, and she's got news to share. "I've always known I wanted to do something creative," she says, tucking a loose strand of chestnut hair behind her ear. "But I also wanted to make sure it was mine. That I wasn't just stepping into something because it was expected." For years, Lola has largely stayed out of the public eye, popping up occasionally in family vacation photos or making a surprise appearance on her mom's Instagram stories. Fans of Kelly Ripa's long-running talk show Live have watched her kids grow up through anecdotes and funny stories. Lola, the sassy teen with a sharp wit and a love for music, was always a fan favorite. Now, the sassy teen is a poised, creative young woman, one who's about to step into her own spotlight. The announcement. "So," she says with a smile that suggests she's been keeping this secret for a while, "here it is, I'm releasing my first full EP. It's called Garden Bed Confessions, and it drops this December." She beams, genuinely, unapologetically, as the words leave her mouth. It's the look of someone doing exactly what they're meant to do. "I've been writing music since I was 14, she says. "But I never thought I'd actually release something that's so personal. It's scary but exciting. These songs are about love, about growing up, about figuring out who you are outside of your parents' shadows. And what a shadow that is." Kelly and Mark are not only Hollywood darlings but also one of the longest-running power couples in entertainment. Lola admits that navigating identity under their spotlight has been one of her biggest challenges. "People already have an idea of who I am before I even open my mouth," she laughs. "But music has always been the one space that felt like mine." A soulful soundtrack to adulthood. Garden Bed Confessions, according to Lola, is a moody, acoustic-infused indie pop project, filled with warm guitar tones, piano-driven melodies, and lyrics that feel like pages torn from a diary. "There's a track called Backseat Bloom, which I wrote about driving around aimlessly during college nights, just trying to feel something real," she says. Another one, June Again, is about first heartbreak, and how you carry it with you, even when you think you're over it. Though she's been musically inclined for years, studying at NYU's Clive Davis Institute and quietly posting demos on SoundCloud, this marks the first time Lola is stepping into the music scene with full creative direction. She wrote every song, co-produced the tracks, and even designed the album cover, a dreamy, analog-inspired photo of her lying in a bed of overgrown flowers, eyes closed, lips slightly parted in a half-smile. "It's very symbolic," she says. "A garden bed is where things grow, but it's also a place you return to. A place of rest. That's how this project felt to me. It grew out of all these quiet moments. Family support, and a little good-natured teasing." Of course, her family has been her biggest cheerleader. When asked what Kelly and Mark thought of the album, Lola giggles. "Mom cried. Dad pretended not to. Joaquin said he liked the beat on one song, which is high praise coming from him," she jokes, referring to her younger brother. "And Michael, well, he told me I sounded like a sadder Olivia Rodrigo, which I'll take as a compliment." Kelly Ripa, in a recent segment on Live, couldn't hide her pride. "Lola has this voice that's like velvet and sandpaper at the same time," she gushed. "She's got this old soul, and when she sings, it's like you're being let in on a secret." And it's true. There's something quietly magnetic about Lola, a calm confidence, a sense of grounding that feels rare in someone raised under such bright lights. What's next? In addition to the EP, Lola is planning a small, intimate tour of acoustic sets in select cities, starting with New York and LA, with a few surprise pop-ups in between. She's also collaborating with an up-and-coming sustainable fashion brand to release a limited line of handmade pieces inspired by the lyrics of her songs. "I want to do this all in a way that feels authentic to me," she says. I don't want it to be this big commercial machine. I want to meet people, connect, share stories. And then, as if catching herself before sounding too serious, she adds with a grin, also, I just want to sing. Like, a lot, preferably barefoot, preferably near fairy lights. A voice of her own. In a year brimming with celebrity kids launching careers, Lola Consuelos's approach stands out. There's no flashy PR campaign, no choreographed image overhaul. Just a girl with a guitar, a story to tell, and the courage to let herself be heard. I think for a long time, I thought I had to be either a Consuelos or a Ripa, she says. But now I know, I get to just be Lola. And with that, she takes a sip of her oat milk latte, offers one last smile, and heads out into the city, earbuds in, music playing, probably her own. There's something poetic about it. The girl we've known from afar is stepping out, not as the daughter of anyone, but as an artist, a storyteller, and a young woman whose voice is finally, confidently, unmistakably her own.